Okay, hopefully I got this going. It is recording. I'm new to doing this recording on the screen, so hopefully I got this going correctly. I have before you a design that I have created using my name. Now, I have to tell you, I did see a demo of this particular process done by another person. Her name is Reem, Reem. I think it's Wilcoxon, Reem Wilcoxon. She was doing a demo showing you how to create this snowball to use. You could do it on a table runner like she did, in quilting, on a bag, anything you can do it. But what it is your name or a name. And you are creating these spokes, which looks like a snowball when you're completed with the project. Now she was using Dimes, um, Dimes software, their big software, and I'll list that name as well. I think it's the PEP software, and she also showed you how to use the PEDesign 11 for Brothers PEDesign 11, as well as not scanning, cut, stitching, cut and stitch, which is also another dime software. Now, the question was brought up during her presentation if this could be done using Embrilliance. And she said she didn't use Embrilliance. So that was the answer to that question. And since I use Embrilliance, I thought, based upon what she was doing, that yes, it can be done in Embrilliance because the main component that she mentioned was being able to do a carousel. And you can do carousels in Embrilliance. So I'm going to show you the whole step from beginning to end, but let me show you over here. So follow my cursor. I'm going up into utilities. It's already all the way at the top. It is I have Embrilliance Essential as well as um, Enthusiast. So you may or may not have everything, but this is utility. It is the third uh, selection from the left. And if you go all the way down, you will see carousel, the word carousel. So again, follow my cursor here, so you'll see carousel. So I knew that we had carousel in Embrilliance. So with that being said, I was pretty confident that I could do this. So what I'm going to do is show you step by step how it's done. So let me get a new page. So you go back up here and you select this blank little, it looks like a page, it says new, and you select it and you get a new page. Now I have on the screen, it is my hoop that is it's an 8x8 hoop. And if you're familiar with Embrilliance, you know you go up to this icon. And again, always watch for my cursor. I'm moving it around so you can kind of get a glimpse of it. And you go in here, and this is where you go to select your sizes. So I have a 8x10 mighty hoop. So I didn't want to get the 9x9, so I came down and got the 8x8. That way I knew that it would definitely fit. So you can always use your scroll, or you can go over here to the side and use this little slider to make things big or small. I normally just use my scroll on my mouse. So I have it here, and this is an 8x8 hoop. So the first thing you have to do is put your word up here. So again, you go back up here into your title bar and you find the A. And when you click on that, it says create letters. You're going to get the ABC is going to come up. Now you make sure that that is highlighted. You got a little dots around here. Once it's highlighted, then you go over here to your property boxes and you see text. In text, you will type whatever name you want. It doesn't have to be your name. It can be anybody's name. So my middle name is Marie, and that is Marie. And I type that in. I'm going to hit enter, and you can see Marie. So I'm going to make this a little larger so you can see it. Now, it was recommended that you don't use block letters. So what I did for the design that I did, I just went down to bold cursive. So they want you to use some type of script font or cursive font for this project. So I did the bold cursive just to make it quick and simple. The other thing I did was I reduced my lettering down as small as it would go because I knew I wanted to make the spokes for the snowball. And I was able to reduce it down just by sliding it down as far as it would go. You go up to the dot, go up to the little square that is just below the blue dot, and if you take it and push it down diagonally, then you can reduce your design or whatever you want to do. And it will stop when you can't go any further. And up here, I have it at horizontally, it is 2.916 inches, and vertically, it is 9.16 inches, which is a 60% reduction. And they usually tell you don't go below 80 or 85, but with this particular design, you have to go down pretty small to get your spokes. So the next thing I have to do is I'm going to rotate it vertically. Now, once I have it rotated vertically, then I need to copy it. So you right click and you're going to see the word copy, and you're going to make a copy. Then, let me see, did it work? I don't know why it's not working. Let me go up here and see if I can get it to copy from over here. And it did copy. You don't see it, but the word paste came up, and because it says paste, then I know that it did copy. So here it is. I have two of them. So I'm going to go ahead and flip this in order to make my spoke. So I have two of them going in the same direction, and they are, I'm going to move it up here on the grid, so I'll make sure that they are even and everything. Now there is an alignment that you can choose to make sure that it is done correctly. If you go up in utility, they have the alignment and all of that. I don't necessarily mess with that too much. I just kind of eyeball it and use my grid. And you can make the grids, these grids are 1 inch, but you can make the grids even smaller if you want to. So you know that you're going to get everything the way you want it. And I'm trying to see, draw grid, I got that. So I guess as small as your grids can be. So I'm going to go ahead and select the second one that I made, the copy that I pasted, and I'm going to flip it. And this one, that where my cursor is, and you see a square, and you see black and white. The first is black, the other one is white, and that is vertical. Well, it says horizontal, and this one says vertically. So I want the horizontal flip. So there you go. I flipped it. So now you can see that the M's are together and the E's are together. Now I'm just going to move this closer so they touch. That's how I want mine to be. I want it to be touching. So now I have created a spoke. So I'm going to go ahead and grab it and connect the two, and you just do that by drawing an outline and letting it go. So now that I have that, the next thing I do is go up into utility, and I go down to my carousel. Now you see, let me move this out the way. It instantly made 4 spokes. And if you go into the box, well, actually, I'm sorry, 5 spokes. Down here where it says count, you can change that. I'm going to increase it to 7 spokes like the other one. So I'm going to go 6, then I'm going to go 7. And there I have my 7 spokes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 spokes. So you see it's pretty big. It's taking up the whole hoop. I don't want it that big. So next thing you can do is go up here to the width and the height. So I am going to reduce the width from 200 and just draw it in. You see how it's drawing in? Now that's the width. Now I'm going to go and do the same thing, but I think I got it in too far. So I'm going to stop at 150. See if I can get it back to 150. And then I'm going to go down here to height and reduce that down. And that is down to 150 as well. So I have them both at 150. Now, you can let this stay just as it is, and you see how they have, let me see if I can make this bigger. I want to make the, here we go. See how these are joined together? And you see the stitches. Now you can manipulate this on your own to make sure that everything is going to come out the way you want it to be. You can move it because you definitely can move things around. And see, you can move it around like that and put it back or whatever. And when I do that, I just go up here to window and I do undo. And that way, I undid it too much. That way I know it's going to go back the way it was before I start manipulating it. And then, like I said, you can go in here into your little inner circle here, move things around if you want to move them around or what have you. You can make it bigger so you can see where the stitches are going to be and if this is going to stitch out the way you want it to stitch out. And there you have, let me put it back center. There you have your snowball. And that is with my middle name, Marie. Now I can save this and stitch it out and see how it is a beautiful design. But once you begin to look at it, you can tell M-A-R-I. And then the E is in here in this decorative thing here. Now if I wanted to go back into utility and go into, where were we? The carousel. I can redo it if I want to, and let me see. I got to select this first. It's not going to do anything until I select it. Now go into carousel, and we got 4. I can let it stay at, 5. I keep saying 4. I can make it 6 instead of 7. And then I can go back up in here and draw it in by reducing the height, draw it in by reducing the width, and I can leave it like that. I can open it up a little bit more. I can do it however I want it to be, where you actually see the E's, and it makes it look more like a star versus snowman. And you have this open area in here, but it's still a word that you can see. So that's how you can manipulate it with your carousel. And that's how I did it and created the design that I did with my name. So hopefully you guys see this and want to give it a try if you have Embrilliance. If you want more information, just save this and look at it over and over again until you figure it out. It's not hard at all. It's actually fun. And I'm going to just close that up, and I'm going to go back to my original design that I created and the one that I have already stitched out. And you see, this is the one that I have Shirley. And the way I did the design was to make the letters, which is the H's. My H's are touched. Sorry, didn't mean to move it. But my H's are touching each other, and that made the octagon, and the S's are touching each other, and that made the decorative, the Y's. No, it's the S's. The S's are touching each other, and that made the decorative stitch inside. So as you can see, I have a totally different snowball for this one than I do for this one. And again, you can manipulate it any way you want to. So hopefully you guys got something out of this and something that you want to give a try yourself. I do hope so. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, like it, subscribe, share, and hit the notification bell so you can see whatever else that I'm putting up on my channel. And don't forget, I do a live every Tuesday night from 8 p.m. until usually 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So please plan to join me. We have a lot of fun. We talk about any and everything that has to do with embroidery, crafting, embroidery business, and anything else that we might decide to talk about. So I do appreciate you watching. Thank you for stopping by, and hopefully you got something out of this. Thumbs up, and I will talk to you later. Take care. Here is the finished product. Let me bring it out so you can see it better. That is completely done, and you should be able to see my name, Shirley, and that's Shirley backwards, Shirley all the way around. Then you get a chance to see the inner circle is its own decorative stitch. So, turned out really cute on this little tote. I think I'm going to add some more stuff to it while it is in the hoop, and I can do that on my PR, on my Brother PR 1055X, just by going in, selecting some type of design or motif and adding it on. And then when I get ready to stitch it out, I delete out what I've already stitched and don't leave anything left but the stuff that I just added. So I don't know how that's going to turn out. If it turns out cute, then I'll show it to you. If not, then I won't, because I'm just messing around with it right now. So I don't know exactly how that's going to look, but hopefully it will be cute. So I'll try it. I added the little tulips to the side just as a little border, just to see how that was going to look. How I was trying it, nothing special. And it turned out nice, and I did that by adding it onto this design via the LCD panel. And as you can see, it worked out, had no problem. doing that. So the things that you can do with your um, designs that are already in your machine, and how you can manipulate things and just create and make everything your own if you choose to be creative.